Hi and welcome back if you've been here before. This is going to be a reading for Leo for the full moon in Virgo that's coming up, but regardless of when you find this, it may still have some helpful information. So what does Leo need to be aware of, or what is going to be revealed, or what needs to be released for this full moon in Virgo? So Virgo energy can be very detail orientated, maybe even OCD, but Virgo is also associated with the maiden, so there's something around purity and innocence. Let's see, what does Leo need to release, be aware of? The three fates, what goes around, what comes around goes around. So this card came out in one of my readings, I think last week, and this is a number 26 card, so the number 26 might be significant, or 8, and we are in an 8 here, which is about karma. The good or the bad that you put out comes back. And this is an energy of the three fates stepping in to help with something that might have been going on again and again, to bring an end to it. And this wheel is making me think of, what's the movie? Again, Maleficent, and I've spoken about Maleficent in another reading, but specifically, what is her name? I think it's Cinderella. No, it's not Cinderella. What's her name? The story is escaping me now, but there's something about a curse being broken, a spell being broken, a karmic pattern that's been on a loop that kept repeating, being broken, or finally getting the good karma that you deserve, or finally getting the bad karma that you deserve. If you've been getting away with something, or someone else has been getting away with something for a long time, it's going to come to an end. Or if you have karmic debt owed to you in some way, like all the good you've been doing finally pays off. The three fates. So there's an energy of a negative experience that keeps repeating, and so the three fates want to bring it to your awareness. Something that you need to understand, learn, or a pattern that you need to break. So the three fates are destiny, fate, and fortune. So you might have judged a situation in the wrong way, or have been judged in the wrong way, or you made a mistake and you keep beating yourself up about it, or there was an opportunity that you didn't seize, or did and it went wrong. So okay, let's see. At the bottom of the deck we have the number 28 card, which is a 10, and that's completion. So the numbers 26 and 28 can be significant, and I feel like the karmic lesson that you might be learning is around boundaries. Like if you keep making friends with a certain type of people that expect you to do certain things that you're not comfortable with, and you allow it, or your family members expect certain things of you that is beyond your capacity, or drains you, or makes you feel negative in some way, and you keep allowing it. this lesson might be to teach you that even though, and again, her being naked and vulnerable here makes me think of the maiden. Maybe you have this energy of being innocent and vulnerable, but you don't know that you can protect yourself by setting healthy boundaries. And you're allowing, and I feel like this is soulless people, and that can be in the extreme sense where people are really toxic, or just people that they come around you because they make you feel, you make them feel better, or you help them in certain ways, and it's an imbalanced relationship where they're receiving from you, whether that's emotional support or advice or money or whatever, but you're not receiving back. Instead, there's a drain on you. So there's something around that's coming through for you. Let's get some tarot to clarify this. Maybe we can get specifics about this. Let's see. What is the scenario? With whom? What is the scenario with whom? Okay, that came in sideways. The Ace of Wands. Again, this card also came out in the Ace of Wands in a reading. I think it was the self-care reading I did on Sunday, a few days ago. And what I'm getting from this is certain things that you experience can either inspire you or hurt you, because in that reading I got the visual of the universe really coming at you with this stick and knocking you over the head, or just hitting you with it so that you can wake up and see what's happening. Or if you see something as inspiration or fuel or motivation, I feel like when you have negative experiences, and especially if they repeat themselves, you can either feel it as a punishment, so getting beat by life, or you can take this as fuel, inspiration, drive to change things and make things better. So you could get angry, and that could make you take action. Or you can see this thing as, okay, I see what's happening here now, and I'm going to be inspired to maybe figure out how I can love myself better by setting healthy boundaries. And if you think about setting boundaries as I'm doing this for me, or I'm setting the boundary for myself and not for someone else, then it might be easier. Because if you're a people pleaser, or you have certain vulnerabilities or certain blockages in your self-confidence or your heart chakra, where you over empathize and over give, then if you say to yourself, okay, if people want favors, these are the things I'm willing to do, and these are the things that I'm not willing to do. So you make it about you, and so it feels less as if you are saying no to someone. But that's something that we all should be able to be comfortable with anyway, if it's not hurting someone. But especially, you don't want to hurt yourself to make someone else feel better. Judgment. Hearing the call from your higher self or from your soul. Waking up to the things in your life, the places where you've allowed and accepted things that you shouldn't. Feeling alive again. This inspiration is going to make you feel alive again in some way. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. I feel like when others see you love yourself better, or how inspired you are, and you radiating that energy, they will wake up to the patterns in their lives too, or the pattern you've been having with them. Two of Wands. This is about choosing a path and sticking to it, and actually going on that path, taking the steps forward, and not just planning and strategizing and thinking about it. Someone needs to send a message, make a phone call, post that content, apply for that job, send out a CV, or promote that product or that business instead of just staying home and thinking about it or planning about it. There's something about cell phones and internet. So when you are able to break the patterns that are harming you or affecting you negatively in your life by setting healthy boundaries, you feel inspired, and you are able to hear your higher self and your higher guidance, your angels. And in that way, you can make the right choice and take the right action, the right steps that are specifically meant for you and is going to be beneficial. But as long as you are dealing with situations that continuously interfere with what you're doing, or bring your energy down, or causes loss and painful or difficult experiences in your life, you almost get disconnected from the divine God, the universe, and you can't hear what the messages are for you that's specific. Or you don't feel inspired to take the action that you need to take. Okay, so the cards are not showing any one specific relationship that this might be happening in, but if this is you, you probably know already. Okay, so this reading is for the full moon in Virgo, and then we get the full moon in Virgo card. You are good enough. And there's green energy here, which is heart chakra. So you might want to do some heart chakra clearing or tap into your heart space and figure out what things make you feel like you're not worthy of respect or reciprocity, or what makes you feel like you can't set healthy boundaries or say no, or take care of your own well-being, and not overgive, being a people pleaser. You are good enough. So if you know you are good enough, you don't feel like you need to, be extra and do what everyone else says and make everyone else happy, even if it's hurting you. I do want to check the book to see if there's any additional messages before I close off. Okay, so the message in the book says it's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what leads you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far, and drawing this card suggests that you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flashy, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer the question, have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step then should be more obvious. Pay attention to the details. So Virgo energy is about paying attention to the details, and my bird is agreeing. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Are you doing too much of the things that you don't want to do and not enough of the things that you do want to do, the things you love, or vice versa? Have you been overly critical? Do you need to apologize to someone? Do you second guess yourself? You might want to do something good for someone else, or vice versa. Let someone else do something good for you if you're always overgiving. Or if you need to work on receiving love, then, and opening up your heart chakra to receive love and kindness and just receiving, then that's something that you might want to work on. The full moon in Virgo card can also be about decluttering your life, your home, your office. Sort out what's good in your life, what doesn't serve you, what does serve you. Clear out the energies. There's something about using salt baths and meditation to clear your mind or your energy, or even energy clearing meditations. walking barefoot on the ground more. But this card is a reminder it is a good time to start living a healthier life. So that is your message, Leo. Something needs to end that keeps repeating itself, and fate, fortune, and destiny is stepping in to cut the cords, to end the cycle. Where do you need to set boundaries with people or even yourself, with certain habits? What do you need to get rid of? People, things, relationships, situations, so that you can feel inspired again, so that you can be connected to your higher self and hear your guidance clearly and answer the call of your soul, so that you can take the steps forward on the path that you're meant to be on. And remember that you are good enough. This is about self-worth and self-love. Leo, if this message helped you and you've made it this far, please like, share, comment. Again, I just want to mention you don't have to be a Leo. You have many placements in your chart. This can resonate anyway. And if you enjoyed this and would like notifications for when I upload, hit subscribe and the notifications bell, and I hope to see you again in another reading.